What's up, guys? Joel VALLIE from Media Glitch here, and thank you so much for joining us today. And in this segment, it's called America's Got Talent Indie. America's Next Indie Devs Got Talent Idol Survival Miami? I don't even know edition. I forgot. I messed it up. So here is the correct pronunciation of this word. America's Next Indie Devs Got Talent Idol Survival Edition Miami. I did not come up with that, but these fine folks did. That's why it's so beautiful. And this is basically the segment where we take a bunch of indie games. You guys are going to kind of pitch them to me. You're doing a review. If I am not feeling the game, you get axed.
Got it.
And the best game kind of wins, you know? And so that's what we're doing today. I am here with the lovely Ashley and Michael. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Doing well. Yeah.
You guys brought some good games?
Yeah.
Some indie titles out there. Now, Ashley, it's good to have you on the show again. You're late. You're coming back from dysentery.
Yes.
How did that work out?
You know, it was hard times. You know, we had to bury a lot of people that we loved very much.
That's an inside joke. Go back and watch a couple episodes back. So tell me, what did you bring for me today? Let me see. Get me excited. I want to see a good video game. I'm looking for new stuff to play all the time.
Well,
so what do you got?
On the plus side, I feel like this will appeal to definitely Joel and a lot of people who like a great challenge. I have a 2D platformer, very pixelated, 8-bit kind of music style.
My kind of game.
That's what I'm saying. It's an awesome game made by Head Up Games. It's only 15 bucks on Steam, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. Take your pick, you guys. It's on everything.
Only 15.
Only 15.
Yeah, there's a lot of only $15 games that are really awesome. So.
And the game I got today is Slimy Sundays. So, with this game, it is this beautifully, I don't know.
Pixel art?
Something just
Maybe?
Screamed love in this game for me.
Oh my goodness.
So as you hit start, you get eaten by this monster and you're going through his intestinal tract trying to get out. And
I love it.
This game gave me a lot of Super Meat Boy-ish vibes because of how many times I had to rage and play through these frickin' levels. It drove me mad at some points. But I absolutely adored the challenge that came with it. It was so much fun, and for something so simple, it just whole.
Oh, so you...
Yes.
Gotcha.
That can learn how you can even upgrade your slime son into different ones, like Mama San, Papa San, and you can get different like jumps. You can get different abilities. Some that jump differently. They're faster. They're smoother. But the object of the game is really just to collect all those apples if you can, and then just get out of this dude's tummy before he just disintegrates you.
Digests you.
Yes.
And so is the whole time you're looking in his stomach or colon or whatever that is?
Well, for the most part.
Is that it? That the frame is his?
Yeah, that's his inside. So you actually start off at the base of his tail.
Okay.
And you start from his sphincter and you work your way through his body out.
You start at the sphincter.
Yeah, like you're at his tail and you see the little asterisk. But
that's so awesome.
And on top of that, there's
where's that footage? And not safe for TV?
It was great, but I was just like, I don't know. I felt like the levels were a little more important to highlight, but
pretty awesome.
As you're going through, there is a section of his body where you can buy different stuff, where you can go to different vendors and you can interact with different people that are in his digestive tract, and it's really cool because there's like this whole mob boss, and it
reminds you of that Rick and Morty episode.
Kind of,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And it was a really great game though. I really liked it.
Wow. All right, what do you got? You got something that beats that?
I'm at such a disadvantage.
Oh man,
all right.
You don't have an asterisk in yours?
No. I mean, I've got some interesting stuff for you. All right, so my game was called Psychiatrist Simulator.
Oh, wow.
Which, yeah.
This is right up my alley.
It sounds awesome, right?
Haven't been locked up,
right?
In the mental.
I do have some advantages. Number one, my game's $1.99.
$1.99, that is $1.99. Affordable.
It's on Steam, all right? Let's check it out. because you've got to see it. So you start out and you see this swirly screen with the new game button. Yeah,
Okay.
this is me trying to click it, and nothing happens.
Okay, so it works.
I was like, maybe this is part of it. Like it's testing. Oh,
I
it's
see.
working.
The first head is the.
Yeah. Okay, it's working. All right. Well, I'm gonna check some stuff out.
Oh, my Lord.
There's a book on a table. These are my.
You play as Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. She's my patient, but she
Or is
already.
that 11 from Stranger Things?
11's awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, she's already got a diagnosis treatment, so I'm a little bit confused. I guess I'll turn on some lights because, you know, I need
'Cause why
something to
not?
do.
Yeah.
It's not telling you what to do.
No
apparently.
tutorial.
Okay.
Yeah, no tutorial.
Lock a patient in mental hospital.
Yeah.
Game over.
It was super bizarre. Boom, your first patient. He just pops in.
Okay. Is he talking to you right now?
He is talking to you, and he tells you that he's having nightmares. And as you can see, there's not a whole bunch of options. So I'm like, hey, can you tell me about your nightmares? And no joke, this is what he says.
Okay.
He says, in my dreams, I'm standing in front of a building that's holding a microphone, and it tells me I should be a zebra. So I turn into a zebra, and somebody kills me with a chainsaw.
Do we have footage of that?
There is no footage. You just talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no
I
subtitles.
see.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this is your next patient. Something's up with her eyes. I'm not real sure. She might be coming in under the influence. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going
like
on.
smoked a couple spliffs
Yeah.
before going and seeing the doctor,
Yeah.
which is
Smoked
the norm.
a dozen.
I think most people do.
Unfortunately, what you just saw was probably like the peak of the game.
Oh, the height of that game.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was,
As interesting as it would be to
Yeah.
be a psychiatrist, I think that they got they got a good premise.
I agree.
Bad delivery, right?
Yeah.
Get off my set.
Okay, bye.
Get off my set. I don't want that.
I knew that was coming. So
Nah, I don't. Yeah. Sorry.
Bye.
Lil. So who do we got? Oh, Megan coming on the scene. Welcome, Megan. Okay, awesome. Megan, do you think you got a better game than she does?
I might.
Okay,
Oh,
let's.
I might.
She might, huh?
Bring it, girl.
All right, so I have a game from Goblin Studios called Robothorium. And
Robothorium.
yes, it's in early access right now on Steam for $14.99. But for an early access game, it's actually got a lot of meat to it. It is a dungeon crawler with robots. So let's take a look. So you are robots fighting against humans, you know, the typical
pretty graphic.
racist
Until now.
thing against your robots. And you play as Saya, which is a super intellect AI system. And it's a dungeon crawler with army maintenance. So you have your party that you can swap out different robots. Each of them have different stats. You can completely customize them based on the equipment, their skills, their level trees. I mean, this really hits that collector need to get all the different types of robots. This is the leveling system. You can have multiples of that type of robot, and they all do different things,
Right.
depending on how you customize them. The levels are pretty standard, so you're never going to go back to the same dungeon and see something different. It's going to be the same. The cool thing about this game that I thought was really interesting, in some rooms, it'll allow you to either kill the humans, defend them, or release them. And depending on what you choose, it changes your relationships with different factions that are in the world. So,
That's cool.
So that'll actually either deter you in different areas or make missions harder for you. There's all different ways to go about the missions. There's some points in it where you can hack things. You can put gas in the vents and destroy things. Everything will be poisoned. But there's also a chance that you will actually fail at all of that. So you can actually do damage to yourself.
Oh, dang.
So it's definitely each playthrough of the game is going to be slightly different. But I really enjoyed it because I like to collect things in games. So you can have up to, I think, 15 robots.
Wow.
So it's pretty fun to play. I really enjoyed it.
Let me drink this coffee here because I'm falling asleep. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that one. That just didn't. I just wasn't feeling it. Were you feeling it, Miranda? She wasn't feeling it either. What about you, Ash?
I don't know. I just liked mine. I got to scream at it a lot.
It's that asterisk that's really helping.
It's that asterisk, man.
The asterisk.
The
Did you have an
asterisk.
asterisk in your?
No, I mean maybe in some of the robots' names.
And here's some of the things that always scare me, like the whole you know, what do they call it? pre-beta.
Oh, early access?
Early access is always
Like beta.
yeah, that stuff always like, just release a full game when it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm kind of like that too.
I want that. I want that. It's too much of this happening.
Well, that and if you're
nowadays.
paying for a beta, I feel it's different. Like I want to be able to
Yes.
pay for a full game. I want it to be
Exactly.
completed. I want my whole sandwich. I don't just want the bread.
Like if you want to put the game out there so that we can run it, test it, find the bugs for you, that is
Yep.
fine. But don't charge me to do your job.
That's literally Fortnite. Fortnite's
what I'm saying?
free to play.
Yeah.
So get in there,
So,
find the bugs.
that being said, is there another game? Oh, I was about to
Yeah.
declare someone the winner. I'm sorry. Okay, you get off my
All
set
right.
because I don't
Bye.
like you or your game.
Oh, snap.
I got a game for you too.
Okay, get into it.
All right,
We
Joel.
gotta cut to
So
commercials.
I just heard you rip apart early access games. I'm a little worried.
Oh, you got an early access game too?
So
Come on, people.
let's just jump right in. I'm
All
bringing
right.
you an early access game. This game is called Exoplanet First Contact.
Okay.
It's made
And you-
by Grab the Games. It's
start
currently
up in your underwear.
$19.99 on Steam. I think that if you like games such as like Fallout or Skyrim or Oblivion, kind of these open world exploration, beautiful environments, interesting story, interesting people, this is kind of the game for you. It's a little rough around the edges, but some of the systems it has in place are a lot of fun. So you get to go around and help this planet who's currently undergoing a gold rush. In fact, you yourself were kind of caught up on the bad end of things. You were on a ship, a mercenary ship, and they didn't like you, so they kicked you out of the airlock and you landed on this planet. And so
Okay.
that was me at the beginning of the game. You saw I woke up, there's these guys that like kind of raided me, took all my clothes and all my belongings, and I had to,
You got raided.
yeah, I got raided.
sorry.
Started out with nothing, and I met this alien guy. He was pretty interesting guy. He decided to help me out. He kept on calling me a huma instead of a human.
Man.
Okay. He's still learning the
still put humor.
language, right?
Right.
Because this is an alien planet.
Yeah.
talking
But
about.
since this is an alien planet, you got to kind of find your way around. So there's like all these abandoned civilizations. You know, there is humans on this planet that you eventually come across, but they've kind of been, I guess, twisted by the gold rush, so they're not too friendly towards you. In fact, everybody on this planet's kind of hostile.
They've all been raided.
Hard to find
multiple
friends.
times, probably.
You know, if you're thinking of like, this is kind of like a space western. So like everybody's out there to get you. Everybody's fighting you. You can't really trust anyone. And
Much like here in America.
yeah.
So, awesome.
Exactly. Nothing much to say about the soundtrack of the game. In fact, it plays like the same like, you know, typical sounding Western music for like the whole game.
Wow.
So if you're one that gets tired of a monotonous soundtrack, you may not like this so much. I thought it was pretty okay, but it's sometimes when there's like low action, low combat, and you're just running around exploring, which the world is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I really like the environments they built, especially on an alien planet. Very good job on that. You'll maybe get a little tired of the soundtrack if you're just out and about and exploring and not encountering that combat so much.
Okay. So before I give my answer of which indie game that I've seen, I think is America's next indie developer, Shotgun Smarty Miami. I want to turn the conversation over to you guys. Tell us in the comment section what you think is the best indie game that you've seen. And do you agree with my pick or disagree? So what I will say is, oh gosh, let me ask you one question before I decide. My earpiece is falling out. Did it run well? Did you
Yeah.
have to restart it? Did you have to do anything else?
No, I didn't have any troubles with having to restart it. The game doesn't autosave as often as I would really like, so
Right.
sometimes I would kind of lose a bit of progress, and that would
Okay.
be frustrating. But other than that, it ran smoothly. I got good frames. Yeah, I thought it ran just fine.
So, that being said, as cool as an asterisk is, right? I think I see potential, more potential here of being a bigger, more immersive experience. You know,
Right.
like I mean, hey, I want to hang out in Nicole as much as the next guy.
I'm
but
so-
I really do think that there's a lot more to do in this game. It is early access, which is a minus, but it's running. Sounds like it's running well.
Right.
And so, for potential wise, We got to cut to commercial now. So tell us one more time, what is the name of that game?
So that's going to be Exoplanet First Contact, made by Grab the Games, and you should definitely grab this game for $19.99.
All night long.
Woo!
Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And we're going to cut to commercial. We'll be right back, and we'll see you here in a minute. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back after that commercial break, letting us in your home, watching this on YouTube, whatever platform you're using. Thank you so much. Now, in this next segment, I just want us to talk about Mega Man for a second. And I have here with me John Sakura, or Sakura.
Sakura.
You want me to say Sakura from now on?
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
He's the new guy.
Yeah, be
so
comfortable.
John Sakura with us. And Mega Man has really has had an amazing year, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, a lot of huge announcements.
So, is it 30 years? Is that what it is?
30th
like
anniversary.
30 years. So we got so many Mega Man games. It's insane. But if you are not aware, 2009, they came out with Mega Man 9. And so here we got this helmet, this beautiful helmet here. And also this game, which this is an interesting thing. And I'll let John explain it because I can't explain it. A lot of you are like, what is this? This is fake. They never came out with a physical copy. But when indeed something happened here, and I'll let him explain that. But this segment is interesting. John came to me and said, I want to do my top Mega Man 9. Wait, top 9. I want to do my top 9 Mega Man 9 games. And I was like, of course we do. Let's do it. So let me give this to you. What is that?
Whatever that means. Well, this is actually going to be incorporated into one of my points, my talking points.
Okay,
so yeah,
touch on
I'll
it
explain it shortly.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Take your time,
I'll hand it back to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I want you to take good care of it.
Can I keep this afterwards?
No. For the low sum of $2 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
What do you got for me?
Okay, so when discussing the idea of top 10 games, you oftentimes will think of what is the best list of different games. But I was thinking of my top 10 favorite Mega Man 9 games because I love Mega Man 9 so much. It's arguably one of my favorite games of all time, and I thought, what better way to celebrate it than to talk about the 10 best versions of Mega Man 9, which are all coincidentally named.
Also,
Mega
it's
Man.
top 10 Mega Man 9 games.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, I thought it was top 9 Mega Man.
It would
9.
be Mega Man. It would be 9, but yeah,
9.
I have an extra reason on top of what you previously thought. So
sweet. Top 10 Mega Man 9 games.
Correct. So starting off at number 10. Okay.
What is it?
Let's go ahead and do this. So Mega Man 8 is actually followed up by Mega Man 9. One of my favorite parts about Mega Man 9 is it's a sequel to Mega Man 8. Okay. And so you see there's Mega Man 8. Now there's Mega Man 9. It makes sense. Sequels.
They didn't jump.
They're progressive. They didn't skip it.
It's not like Xbox One.
Correct, exactly.
We've had a couple of those.
Yeah.
No, they know how to count over there.
Original to 360 to 1, something weird's happening, but in this case, it went from 8 to 9 the way a sequel should, and so my first Mega Man 9 pick would be Mega Man 9.
That's good.
Which follows up Mega Man 8.
Right.
So.
Perfect. What's your second top Mega Man 9?
So this one's a little bit tricky because I've got a couple Mega Man tattoos, as you might have noticed. I've got Sheep Man from Mega Man 10. You can't really see on the camera, and I'm really sorry. I've got Cut Man from Mega Man 1, and then I've got Dr. Wily.
Right on.
So I don't know if you remember the old Dr. Wily from the Captain N cartoon. He was like a little Albert Einstein, but like really aggressive and loud, and he spoke with a thick German accent. And so if you were to ask him if there should be another Mega Man game, he'd say no. But in German, he would say Nein.
Nein.
So
another reason why.
That's number 9 right there.
No footage of that.
No, there's no footage. Okay.
Okay.
So, but this right here. Okay. So we're actually going to start with.
That was your asset for the next one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this one's exciting.
We can bring it up again.
Let's go ahead, maybe because we're going to get into this now.
Now
this is actually there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So Mega Man 4 is my 8th favorite Mega Man 9 game, and only because this is the 9th release of a classic Mega Man game, because they had 5 for the original Nintendo, and at the time 4 for the Game Boy, making this the 9th Mega Man game.
Nice.
See how clever I am?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wanted to present something really honest to you, and this is, if we're talking, I cannot lie, this is the 9th actual Mega Man game to come out.
This is the actual 9th one, you're saying?
The 9th release of a Mega Man game.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to show us your tattoos?
I mean, do we?
Are we ready?
Sure.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can see them.
So, I mean, we've got like a kind of
there.
Look
at
there's
that.
Sheep Man.
There's
you can
Sheep
see
Man.
him right there. You can see Cut Man a lot more clearly.
Oh, that's
He's just sort of hanging out. And then up here, We've got.
Look at those biceps.
No, they're terrible.
Really turn it. Oh,
there we go.
yeah, go
Dr.
down,
Wiley
go down some more.
standing on top
Go
of
down more.
Vegas.
John,
Down? I can do nothing. My arm
turn
is
it.
locked.
You got this.
It feels very bad.
There he is. There you go.
So we got that
Look
right
at that
there.
tricep just
And then
sticking out like
it's
that. Nice.
So there's a couple of the tattoos to signify continuous
So
love.
you are a diehard Mega Man.
This is
fan.
probably my favorite series. Mega Man 9 is actually one of my favorite games of all time.
So where are we at in the list? Number 7?
Okay,
Is that
so
it?
we're about to hit Mega Man 9, number 7 on the list. Yeah, exactly.
This is the most confusing.
So it's, yeah, are we doing? Okay. Okay, yes. So Mega Man 10, this is kind of cool, is Mega Man 10 came out after Mega Man 9. You know the Star Wars games have, or the movies have prequels.
Yeah.
They release episode 4 and then 30 years later they do episode 3.
Right.
They did this except for in reverse order, so they did 9 and then 10.
Yeah.
So 9 was my favorite prequel to Mega Man 10.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, there's
The
so many.
direct prequel.
There's so many prequels before 10.
There were a lot, but
but
none-
9.
It was the only
is the
one,
best one.
called 9, right?
I get you.
So okay, cool.
I like
So,
that.
Yeah, no, I do too. I thought it was really neat how they decided to sort of play with your expectations a bit.
Right.
You know, because like we said, after 8 came out, they could have gone straight to 10. You
No.
know, they run around and they work with you, and suddenly Mega Man 9 gets released instead. So that was
So
kind of
number
cool.
7, your favorite Mega Man 9 game is Mega Man 9.
Right, correct. Mega Man 9 makes that one. Okay. So now for
I hope none of our kids have had too much to drink.
Yeah, if you're drinking, I'm sorry. This is
one to
very
follow.
advanced math that we're
Yes.
doing right here.
9 plus 9?
Yeah,
equals
trigonometry 9, exactly. So 9 plus 9 equals 9.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
So, like,
I agree. Okay, so Mega Man 9, number 6 on the list. So let's go ahead and check out number 6. This is the first and last version of Mega Man 9 to have sort of these like achievements and accomplishments. They threw in something kind of cool, which was basically just a bunch of little objectives that you could do, such as beat this boss in under 10 seconds, or beat a level without getting hit, or beat the whole game without your helmet, or whatever it might be.
Right.
And so no other Mega Man 9 before this had done that because there wasn't one. So Mega Man 9 was the first to pioneer.
So you're saying all the other Mega Man 9s before Mega Man 9 didn't have the achievement system?
Actually, yes, that's correct.
I didn't know that. I mean,
let me tell you.
I
why.
love Mega Man 9
Oh, yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But now when you compare it to like the other Mega Man 9s,
Correct.
you really see that this Mega Man 9 sticks out.
This one really, yeah, exactly. I think it sort
Wow.
of set a precedent for other Mega Man 9s that would be released in the
and I
future.
bet you it sets up, yeah, for like Mega Man 9s in the future.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. But what's cool about that is coming in halfway down the list at number 5, we actually have, surprisingly, Mega Man 9. But what's cool about this is this was the first complete retail version of the game to be released. You know, because before it just started off as a concept. There's a bunch of Japanese guys in a boardroom talking about it. Didn't exist.
Right.
You can't play it
True.
if it doesn't exist.
This
So
is the first, this one
first
here.
fully playable Mega Man 9. Number 5, coming in number 5.
That they sat down.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, we're gonna make a Mega Man 9 game.
They went
There may
crazy.
be many Mega Man 9 games in the future.
They didn't know that. Yeah, because
They
they
didn't know
thought,
that.
what if they made Mega Man 9 too?
Well, then how were they supposed to know that this
How do you
Mega Man
know?
9 was gonna do so
You don't
well?
want to make an
You know?
assumption, yeah. And you also don't want to plan too far ahead, you know, because you burn yourself out really quickly and make too
Right.
many Mega Man 9s and people stop caring.
Yeah, you don't want to put all your eggs in a basket. You
It's
gotta-
Capcom. They would never milk a franchise like that.
Never.
I could not see that happening.
No.
Okay, so now at number 4,
What's your number 4 best Mega Man 9
my fourth
game?
Mega Man 9. So this is cool because check this out.
Is this Mega Man 9?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have
okay.
9 slots right here, including Mega Man Space. Mega Man 1 has 6
Yes.
slots. Okay, and that's kind of cool. Mega Man 2 has 8 if you, well, the inside is not a character slot. Mega Man 3, on the other hand, has 9. I have a question for you.
Yes.
3 times 3.
9.
Oh! How did they do it?
I need a drink.
It's like, yeah, like 18 years before they even thought of it, they thought of it. I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't even know.
It's very progressive.
Like, I can't even.
No.
You're blowing my mind right now. Like, out of all the Mega Man 9 games, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure which one I loved. But now I know.
It's getting
it's
closer.
Mega Man 9.
It's Mega
like,
Man 9's generally what people choose.
And what number are you on?
We're about to get down to the third. My third
So you
favorite
still have
Mega Man
3
9.
more things to
Correct.
blow my mind.
Correct. So, and this is actually where we're going to get into this bad boy right here.
This guy.
Is they did something, and actually the shirt exemplifies this a little more easily for the camera, but Mega Man 1 had this really disgusting box
Horrible.
art, you know? And
Horrible.
it's charming because it's very indicative of an era of Mega Man. And so to return to form, they returned the game to an 8-bit factor, while simultaneously giving the game the weird, disgusting art style makeover that doesn't look like Mega Man, but in our mind's eye is what he's always looked
It's
like.
still representative
Correct.
of the series.
And so what's great about this
Oddly
right
enough.
here is we have like, this is also the only Mega Man 9 to have it's a digital game, but it has a boxed copy. Now this boxed copy was a press kit that Capcom released, and they eventually made them available to the public for I think $40, so you could buy one to have it to put on your shelf. And because I'm a sucker, I had to get this, thanks to my buddy Jerry though, because they got scalped immediately and he actually sold me his.
Can I get a close on that?
Yeah, this is.
At some point? I know that's a
let's
a
see.
hard thing.
I don't know which
at
camera
the
we're going
moment,
to.
but
Yeah.
Thank you,
This thing's pretty terrific.
Richard, for running from me. So, well, just wait, keep talking. They'll
Okay.
get to it. They
Okay,
got
cool.
they got
Great.
to move cameras. And
Okay,
stuff, right?
and what's great too about this press kit is it actually came with a cartridge of Mega Man 9, which is even cooler. And the reason.
All right, go ahead. You can show them that.
Okay,
show 'em this
check this
back.
out. Yeah, we've got an actual cartridge.
Look at that.
Of Mega Man 9 with a box, and it's got, I mean, you know, high resolution graphics, and it came out in 2009, and that's incredible.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, and the cartridge itself is great because if you pop it open, it's actually a press kit CD on the inside with assets
show them that.
for the
Show-
game. So
Show that to Richard.
yeah, there we go. This is what the American people want, and the
Okay.
Japanese people who made it. So
Show it again. Let's
yeah,
see it.
here we go. Yeah, it's
There
an actual.
it is that so? Like, is that a little almost like the size of a GameCube game? Huh?
Yeah, in fact,
little
if you,
bigger,
if you put
probably.
it in your GameCube, it will not work, but you can still put it in there.
I love that he's tried.
Well, you know,
So that's awesome.
there's no science without experimentation. So, okay. Absolutely one of my favorite aspects to the game. Okay, so.
Can I add something to this?
Please do.
Not only is this Mega Man 9
Mm-hmm.
game and how awesome it is, it's also retailed at $9.99.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my!
No, the fan service is out of this world. Yeah.
my goodness.
No, I
It's so
know.
good, so
I'm,
good.
I'm
Okay.
mentally vomiting.
Let's move that.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and hit up my second favorite Mega Man 9 game.
Okay.
And we'll show this asset right here. Because it contains something that no Mega Man has done before, which is endless mode, okay? And so right here what you're seeing is Mega Man running, and on the upper right, screens. And as you make it through screens, the game gets progressively harder. It's sort of, it pulls from a bunch of infinite
Really?
levels, and you can just play this game literally forever. However, every 250 screens, you get to a boss, and every 1,000 screens, the damage you take doubles. If you get to 2,000 screens,
Get
it
out.
quadruples, and it gets so
I swear,
hard.
I played Mega Man 9. I've never even seen that picture.
It was a downloadable thing they released afterwards.
that's
Yeah, so it
why.
was like a little like $2 update or something that came with hard mode.
How much was it?
Proto Man.
$9?
I wish I would have paid that. Again, you know, I think it was $9 times 2 when it first originally came out. So it was 20
How far
bucks.
have you gotten on that?
Maybe about 1,200 screens. It takes several hours.
Listen,
it's worth it.
There ain't no girls watch this. Just tell us the truth.
Oh, 200.
You don't have to impress anyone.
15,000.
15
The 15 screens.
15 screens.
Yeah, that was my first time playing it just there. It was really great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to try it, and you know.
So your number 2.
So my second favorite Mega Man 9 game is Mega Man 9, which includes endless mode, which
Okay.
even set a precedent for Mega Man 10, which shamelessly copied it because
And is that
that's what Capcom does.
which Mega Man 9 game is it then?
So that's number 2. That was right. So number 2, that was my second favorite Mega Man 9 was the Mega Man 9 with endless mode, which actually
Endless
happens
mode.
to be all of them prior, but that one just really stood out to me as being the second best Mega Man 9.
We don't have an asset for that.
Oh, that was it. The endless right there. So we're talking
sorry.
number 1.
I apologize. I didn't know.
I'm getting
My brain,
upset.
guys, you got to understand.
Yeah.
So much, there's just so much to take in when you're looking at like the 9 different Mega Man 9 games and what your
Right.
favorite 9 of the 9 is.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Certainly. And
the 9.
this last one I actually threw in as sort of like an extended clip because I wanted to really showcase the number 1 Mega Man 9 game on my list.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
and so
excited.
let's go ahead and check this out.
Oh my gosh.
Mega Man
love
9,
this Mega Man
at
9
its core is simply one thing. Mega Man 9.
It
okay?
is.
And so if we're making a list of my top 10 favorite Mega Man 9 games, number 1
It's going to be Mega Man
objectively has to be
9.
Mega Man 9
Yeah.
because that's what the title is. I mean, you know, like if I were to choose any other game, like it actually wouldn't work for this list. And since I didn't want to disappoint the public at large, I had to really make sure I was thinking carefully about which Mega Man 9 I chose. And well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you chose wisely.
That's the
I mean,
one.
honestly, looking at all the data that
Yeah.
you presented, of course,
Yeah, there was a lot of
that's going to
graphs
be your
and
number
charting.
1 Mega Man 9 game. Would be Mega Man 9.
like
so.
you literally technically cannot choose a different Mega Man 9.
Right.
I looked into different ways to circumvent that, and I couldn't. So I was like, well, I guess we'll go with this one. And then I just,
Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge.
Yeah,
we got to
absolutely.
cut to commercial. Guys, don't change that channel. If you're on YouTube, don't switch to another channel. You're going to want to stay here. We got more to come. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video. And we'll be back after this commercial break. Back from that commercial break, and apparently I can't talk very well right now. So this is our last segment of the show. I got Megan, I got Dylan here with me. Amazing people. If you'd never met them, you should get out to a con. You're always in the cons.
I am always at cons
You
here.
are. You're like an ex-con.
When
you're not in a con.
I'm a con artist.
Yeah, she is. Oh my goodness. Is that
see what
written
you
down
did.
somewhere?
No.
Boy, you better trademark that right now, because she is an artist, and that's what she goes to cons for. But today, she is part of the Media Glitch team, as always.
Always.
And both of you guys have a game you're going to review
Yes, definitely. Of course.
called Dead Cell. Is that correct?
Dead cells.
Dead Cells.
Yes.
Not like dead and then cell stuff.
Like all the cells in my brain.
Like all the cells in your brain firing off right now.
Got you. Okay, cool. So who's jumping in? I don't know who's running with this, but go.
All right. So Dead Cells comes to us from.
Oh, I forgot the name of the people who made it.
You got one job, Dylan. Sit up. I got two. Sit up straight and know the developer.
Hold on, I got it.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, Dead Cell comes. Oh, you guys don't even have it in the note. I can't even cheat for them.
You can't even cheat
But
for
to
us.
talk to me about Dead Cells.
All right, so Dead Cells is on Steam right now in early access, and I know that you're kind of skeptical about early access games.
I am.
And for me, I'm just gonna put this out there. I am fully supportive of early access games as long as they don't completely tell the entire story. It's not like the whole game. Just because when you have an early access game, you get a little taste of it, it's like a demo, but it also gives the developers and the publishers a little bit of money to kind of make the game go a little bit further. So it's an early access game for $24.99 on Steam right now.
Made by Motion Twin.
Oh, there.
I like how he snuck that in there. Motion Twin.
Yep.
I guess you can stay.
Awesome.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm glad.
So this game is a roguelike, Dark Souls, pixelated torture device almost. But it's really fun to play. So let's take a look and see how death comes easily in this game.
All right.
And it does.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness, I'm already in love with the pixel art.
Oh, it is an absolutely
so good.
beautiful
Stop
game.
it.
So you start off as this Dead Cells body and you go through the game. It's 100% roguelike. I mean, every time you play this, everything changes. The monsters in the area are in different places. The whole map changes. And some of the areas are super difficult. Some of them aren't so difficult. And
goodness.
weapon drops.
All of it can be punishing if you're not playing right, though.
Yes,
Really?
you can speed run this game, but you're taking a lot of risks. But the game is just, every time you die, you are sent all the way back to the beginning. So if you die on the
Do
boss,
you level up?
no. Well, kind of.
Kind of.
Okay.
You get runes, and those are permanent upgrades. But runes are kind of hard to come by. All those jars you saw at the very beginning, you fill each one of those up with runes. So you have to play through this multiple times. So the whole point of dying is it's not Dark Souls, like, oh my gosh, I can go through it all the way without dying. No, it's kind of a requirement in this game.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can, as you're going through it, it's very difficult, but not difficult. Like, as you learn it, it's going to get easier.
Okay.
Right, so just like in Dark Souls, each death is meaningful. Each death you can come away with where you're learning something about the
Right.
game. All the enemies you encounter have the same type of patterns, so you're gonna get to know these environments. Each zone is handcrafted, it's beautiful, looks great, and inside those zones are specific enemies that you're gonna encounter, so as you progress through them, you'll kind of know how to handle each and every one.
Okay.
And it does have a progression system, these cells that you pick up that allow you to get upgrades, that get additional weapons for you as you continue on your runs, and ways to handle things that you're coming across.
Well, let's take a look at the combat, and gameplay is 100% skill-based like we were talking about. So you start off, here's me, probably death 550.
Oh, so are
And
you
that's you, like you're like
You're
this-
actually the mush.
yes,
are the
you're the
cells.
mush, and you.
That big booger thing I see.
And here's all your runes. Like,
Right.
I don't have a whole lot of them filled up.
Oh my gosh. Are
So-
you saying you can fill all those up?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm
And
so,
you'll want
I'm
to.
so- dude, I'm so OCD. You know I would have to do it. Dude, no, you can't just put the goal right there in front of
But
you.
see,
That's
all
crazy.
like Dylan was saying, all of the monsters have very specific patterns. You can, once you learn those, you can block, you can dodge, you can find out, oh, well, the bow fit
Right.
is a lot easier for this one. This monster was just
A pain.
a pain because it pops out of nowhere. So you have to start, you in this area, you're like, oh, I've got to be a little bit more careful. And as you're going through this, like I said, it's roguelike. All the weapons that drop are going to be upgrades, and they all work a little bit differently. So you're
Right.
going to start learning, oh, well, daggers are a little bit faster, broadswords are a little bit slower. Do I want to pick that up? This is an elite that's just a random spawn, and it summons other zombies. So you might find this on a run,
Right.
you might not find this on a run.
But the cool thing is, if you beat them, you get some really sick loot. So that'll set you up to have a really good run if you.
Oh
happen
yeah,
to
if
take
you
one
if
down.
you if you take one down. This
Oh, you didn't stick your hand inside the
Oh,
chest?
I was checking. I learned the last time you don't stick your hand in this cursed chest that'll come out because it cursed you to where you will automatically die on your next hit unless you defeat 10 enemies.
Is it every time you do it a different curse?
It's like a
sometimes.
different amount of enemies that you had to kill. So based on the stuff you get out of it, and so those are really good for learning
Oh
the
yeah,
game.
definitely. So I learned from the first time encountering that because I couldn't find enemies for a really long time. And
Look
then
at
I got
that
some
parallax scrolling, kids.
Yep. And then I got some really awesome weapons to where I just mowed through everything on one run. And then the next run that I got nothing.
Yeah, for those of you picking up this game and trying it for this first time, a little tip and trick that you can utilize to have better runs is that while a certain weapon may seem like it have more damage for you, you want to pick up weapons that are going to give you good combos. This game plays a lot like Bloodborne. The combat's really fast. You got to get your rolls in to get your invulnerability frames. All these different weapons pair with each other really well. Each one of them is color coded. So you have your red weapons, which are generally your melee weapons. You have your green weapons, which are usually your support weapons, and you have purple weapons, which are usually ranged.
Right.
And if
epic.
you pair those up nicely,
epic.
then you end up having a good time. If you don't pair them up nicely, you're gonna have
A
really-
miserable time.
A miserable
And you
dead
learn-
cells time.
And you learn that pretty quickly as you play through this. So you start to get, oh, I prefer these weapons over that one. The nice thing I really liked about this game when it came to weapons, you don't want to just leave it there. You can actually recycle the weapons and get gold. But if you die, you don't get to keep all your gold.
Okay.
So you don't want to
It's a
be,
risk.
yeah, it's a
Do you
kind
get
of,
to keep your weapons if you die?
No.
Then what's the point?
yeah,
Well,
you-
those little jars that you fill up, as you unlock new weapons, when you start off your run, you have a random chance of getting a combination of those weapons. So
Gotcha.
it helps you to get through things a little faster, a little better the
I'm
next
like,
time.
why not sell them then?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you want to try and get as far as you can on a run, because the further you go, it's my hair.
It's Morgan, our pet fly.
Oh darn it, dadgum Morgan.
Morgan, get back in your web. I don't know. Okay.
But the one thing that
Go for the old timers.
that really stood out to you was the graphics. So let's take a peek at the
yes.
graphics. So each area is drastically different. I mean, the colors, the background, the monsters really play into the environment. That is one thing that I absolutely just fell in love with this game, was how beautiful it is and how seamless it feels.
It's got a Slain look
Yes.
to it. If you haven't played Slain, I will link a video to my review. Yeah, go ahead.
But each area has a very specific color tone that it goes through. Like this is the beginning area, so you're going to see this area a lot.
True, because you got to start all over.
You
if die
gotta
again.
you gotta start all over. I think that at some point you get to open a time door, and you can kind of switch between the areas. This is the toxic sewers, so you've got kind of a little fog over everything, so it makes it feel like there's poison. All the lakes and the ponds and everything in this area insta-poison you. So, I mean, you really have to pay attention. This is one of the other areas that's a possible go-through. The forest, I just love the lighting on it. You've got the leaves falling through it. I mean, overall, while yes, you're just destroying monsters as you're going through this. It is absolutely beautiful game. This is one of the first bosses. This was on my epic run, so I thought I was like weaponized to the teeth. The bosses in this game are really hard if you can get to them. The bars are super huge. They have different attack patterns, so yes, you've got to learn them, but they are not going easy. He's got an aura around him that makes it to where, like, the moment you even get close to him or even try and roll through him, all your health just chunks down. So all the bosses, except for the ones that will sporadically come up in your run, are super difficult. You have to memorize the attack patterns and then attempt to get back to them. So it's brutal. The game is brutal, but it rewards you on skills and the runes on it by making those permanent upgrades. Overall, this was an awesome game, and I can't wait to go home and play it some more.
Yeah, I'm an absolute sucker for detail, and it just seems like every portion of this game has such love put into it. I like to compare it to the game A Hollow Knight, which every single piece of it just really comes together to build this atmosphere. And as you're walking through the game, as Megan was stating, the foreground, the background, the things that are going on on the screen, it's very clear-cut information. Everything that there in front of you is easily understood. Your mistakes are your own, and it really just, it's cohesive. It fits all together and just feels like such a fun game to play. And when you die, you're just ready to jump right back in and try it all over. You know,
I mean, and there were some times when I was like, I grabbed that controller and I almost was like, I'm done with this game. But then I was like, but maybe this next time I'll get those. I can get those swords. I will dodge this time. There was a couple times when I died and I looked back at my footage. I was like, I still had a health flask. Why didn't I use that? So I mean, all the mistakes that you make are kind of your own. It's never really, you can't blame the game. But once you get over that, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go play again, because you want to see how far you can go this next time.
And now when you, like, let's say, okay, I'm done. I put the controller down. I turn off the PC.
Oh, it's safe.
It comes back.
All of your runes are there. You start, like, if you beat the boss and you get to that next area and you're like, okay, I'm done, you will go back to the beginning because it's like ending the game for that point. But you get to keep all of those, like the blueprints that you find for your new weapons, the runes, anything that you put cells into to upgrade anything, that will all stay there. That will always be saved. You can start over if you're like, I don't really want to play this game anymore, and start over from the very beginning, which I don't recommend, because you'll lose everything, because it's so easy to pick up, and especially since you're going from like level 0 all the way back up to level 100 over and over again, it's very easy to repick this up later.
Okay.
So.
That's good.
Just a couple more things I can touch on about the game. The game has all these interesting characters that you run into along the way. So you saw a lot of the combat with the enemies, but you'll run into some friends along the way as well. In the beginning of the game, you run across the guy who's telling you about your collection and how you can fill up these jars. At the end of every level, you get kind of a brief respite from all the craziness that's going on. You get to step out from the action and meet kind of the guy who fills these jars for you again. And from there, you can kind of save your progress in a way by filling up those jars with new abilities, new weapons. Nice. There's this one guy you meet that was shown briefly in our quick clip down in the toxic sewers, but he's rattling the bars in the cage, and he's like, "You gotta help me! You gotta help me! I'm missing something." And so you'll just meet these really interesting characters that kind of flesh out the world, and they're kind of a nice little surprise when you run across them. You have to look a little bit to find them, but when you do find them, it's well worth helping them out.
Oh, definitely.
Did either of you two beat the game?
Oh no, no! I've made it farther than Megan. I've beat the first boss.
Losers, man.
I found the guy who was rattling the cage. He told me to go find.
Oh my gosh!
He told me to go find this thing, which turned out to be a boss area. And your guy literally, when he goes up there, is like, "No."
Yeah, really? he looks down there and he goes, "No."
But you know, me being cocky, decided that I could take it on. I was like, I
didn't know what was down there. So I jumped down there and I was like, oh snap, it's a guy with the giant samurai sword. Oh, I'll just roll through him. Nope.
Okay.
Dropped down, instantly died.
So you guys, it comes highly recommended by the Media Glitch team.
Definitely, and the cool thing about this for you guys is it's on pre-order right now, and it's going to be out on all of the systems August 7th.
That's right. So guys, look into that. Again, it's called Dead Cells. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Thank you guys so much for watching the show today. We had a great time. Don't forget to tune in next week. We're gonna have an amazing show lined up. As always, guys, thank you again. And head over to YouTube and leave us some comments over there. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Let us know what you think. Are you gonna be picking up this game or on any of the other segments? And we'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Bye.